all, it's Kelly from LOCH BRIAR Knits coming to you on August 31st, the last day of August, and it is a sunny, beautiful day in Nova Scotia, Canada. It is literally, this is the kind of summer I like. I think it's like 21, 22 degrees. I can wear a sweater. Yesterday, and I think for a few days before that, we had another little mini heat wave, and it was like, I don't know, humidex of, I don't know, 532. It was stinking hot. It was horrible. So now it feels like you can almost, the air is so clear, you can almost feel autumn coming. And I just looked out my kitchen window into the backyard where the trees are, and there's some red on the leaves already. So I don't know if that's just a fluke or maybe we're getting an early fall. I don't know. Anyway, welcome. This is a knitting podcast. I have to remember to look up there. For some reason, I don't know. My camera's up here. My screen's here. I feel like I'm talking to myself when I look. I feel like I have an audience. I have a captive audience. Okay, anyway. Welcome. To all the returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back. And all the new viewers, thanks for checking us out. I hope you'll stick around. And hit subscribe if you want to be notified of when the new episodes come out. And hit the like button if you like what you see, because it really helps get the word out about the podcast and all that good stuff, so we can kind of grow our community here. So what am I drinking today? My shop around the corner mug, if I can tilt this without spilling. I am drinking, not my usual lemon thriller today. I am drinking the Touch Organic Mango. And it's a green tea, but it literally doesn't taste like a green tea. It tastes like mangoes, which is the only reason I drink it, because I don't like green tea. It tastes like, I don't know, it just has no taste. Anyway, so this one does. So let's talk about what I'm wearing, because if you have watched previous episodes, you'll see this is my puntilla sweater minus the fancy outline or thing on the lace detail on the cuff, because I just didn't do that. This was my first ever sweater that I knit. I knit it out of, let's see if I have it here, I don't think I do. It was out of Illimani Echo Llama. And I don't think they had colorways, they just had numbers. But if you've watched the previous episode, you'll notice when I did it, I could not get the neck over my head. I had to like yank it down. So yesterday I took it out, and I haven't blocked it yet. I've got to kind of damp it down and then block it just to keep it even. And it's not the world's greatest job. It's kind of a bit of a hack job, but it's done. I pulled back about one row, and I put a lifeline in, but I realized I put the lifeline up too close to the top. So then what I ended up having to do was take out the lifeline, because at that point I was already committed. I had like about that many stitches on the new needle. So what I did was I started, I just realized I forgot to do the intro of where you can find me. So what I'm going to do, which you probably already know, is I'm just going to scroll it along the bottom when I do the intro earlier. So, yay me, jumping right in. Anyways, so what I basically did was just kind of pick back stitch by stitch and put it back on the needles. And then I did one round in the pattern, and then the next round I did, I think I did 2 rounds in the pattern, just to make sure I went around, made sure I didn't like miss any stitches when I was picking them off, or drop any, and then I just went around one more time. And then I did the Russian bind off, so check it out. Like seriously, whoa! I totally just messed my hair. So it's, I can wear it now. And I mean, there's quite a few mistakes. Not like hideous mistakes. I had, where is it? I don't have my glasses on right now, so I'm just kind of, is that it? No. Put my glasses on. There's a dropped stitch somewhere here. And I don't know if we can actually look it up and show you. So kind of like right there, and so that's good. I had to kind of ladder that up. And there's a couple of like little twisted stitches and stuff like that. Nothing major. Like I'd wear it. I don't know. I'd wear it out, casual. I don't know if I'd wear it to work. I'd probably wear it to work on a casual day. I don't care. But yeah, like I really like it. It's nice and light. I think if I did it again, I might go down a needle size. I'm not sure. I thought when I was had it on the hanger there that maybe I would go down a needle size, but I don't know that now that I have it on, it's so drapey and I really like it. It's nice and soft. So I don't know if I would. Anyways, it's actually cool enough for me to sit down in my basement and wear it. I have my other shirt underneath in case it gets too warm. But I don't know. It's like about 11 o'clock right now, and I think it's only like 20, 21 degrees. So, so let's dive right in because I have been really busy. I have a 3 finished objects. One I may have shown you last week. I can't remember. I know one was finished last week. That was the Phoebe scarf, but I have blocked it and woven in the end, so I'll show that to you again. Which I'll show to you now. La, la, la. So, this is my second Phoebe scarf. It is one of my absolute favorite patterns ever. It's by Jose Paquin, which is You and I Knit. So, I'm going to see if I can stand back a little. Get some light coming in from the window, so it might get a little blown out. So, ta-da. And this was knit with Barocco Kucha. I don't know how you say it. I'll put it down here. So, I was originally going to keep this for me, but I may give it as a Christmas gift. I'm not sure, because I am making myself another one all in like shades of blue. But oh my god, I love these. They're so light to wear, but they keep you so warm. Yet I can still go inside and wear it and not feel like I'm overheated. So it's like the best of both worlds. Oops, I'll do it this way. Wait. There. That's kind of a bit of a messy job, but you get the gist. But it's, I love it. I love this. So it turned out really nice. I love this yarn, and I did make a couple of little, I thought they would come out blocking, and it helped. But I think I twisted the stitch in a couple of places, so it just looks like, almost like there's like a little hole, but it's just a twisted stitch, so whatever. Twisted stitches seem to be my thing. But I love this. I could not have dressed like this yesterday. So, here we go. So we have a long weekend. I think it's Labor Day in the US too. So this is a long weekend for us. So I took the Friday today off work. So an extra long weekend for me. My husband's at work, so I figured I would do this a day early. There is one side. And that's the other side. And then there's that side. So, makes it look like there's 3 sides, but you know, sections. So anyway, I'm thinking about giving that as a gift, but I don't know who to give it to. I was thinking my mom, but I know my mom isn't a big fan of cowls because she finds them, I don't know, I don't think she likes having anything too confining around her neck. But at the same, so I thought maybe the length of this might be a little too much for her. But at the same time, I don't know. It's so light that I think she would be fine with it once she tried it on. But it's the thing where you don't want to give somebody something you put all this work into if it's not something that they're gonna wear. So, because then you're thinking, oh, I could have kept that for myself. So anyway, that's one completely finished object. Find a place to put it. Okay, I'll leave it there. The other thing was one that I had started on my vacation in the first week of August. So this is, I'm going to try to put this on my head. This is the sockhead slouch hat. I may have to leave this on my head. This is made out of Log House Cottage yarns. Yeah, in their MCM base. And I don't know if they have colorway names. I love this. This is like the perfect amount of slouchiness. I like a good slouch in my hat. And it's the MCN, so it's nice and soft. And the colors in it. I'm getting my hair cut today too. We're going to go all inverted bob on it. But here's the colors. Like, I just love the colors. They're kind of soft and muted. And I'm just like, okay, I am so ready for fall now. I have got my scarves. I've got my sweater. I got my hat. This is actually my favorite. This is like my go-to hat pattern. I love the way it looks on me. Kelly McClure is the one who did the pattern. I think she usually has the brim going to here and then fold it up. But I prefer just to have like kind of this length and don't fold it up. So I usually just do it that way. But I love this. I'm probably going to put another one in the needles because this is like sock knitting for me. It's perfect car knitting. And I've got plenty of sock yarn that I can use. So anyway, that's finished object numero 2. And then this is one, I'm pretty sure these weren't done these weren't done last podcast. So I finished my burning down the house socks. I had one done last week. So these were done in my burning down the house colorway. And you can see. So that's the burning down the house colorway. It's a mix of orange and reds and white. Come back. So that's, this is for me. I just did a straight up vanilla sock pattern, which is all I do. I pretty much just do vanilla socks, but I'm starting to get itchy to try some patterned socks, and I have some patterns in my queue. I have some patterned socks patterns. Anyway. Yeah, for a writer, I'm not really good with the verbiage. Words are so much easier when you have to write them down and not speak them. So anyways, that's my third finished object, just straight up vanilla sock. But I am thinking, I have the 2 socks, the Galliano and the coffee socks from Tracy from Grocery Girls, and I really, really want to try those. So I think I might do one of those once I get my Christmas knitting out of the way. But these are not for gift. They're a gift to me. They're mine. There we go. Okay, then I have and this one is a Christmas gift. Oops, I got it twisted on the sock walker a little. So this is going to be, I think, for my sister-in-law. And I made this. This is from Lichen and Lace, and I think it's the pressed. I didn't have the ball band on it, but I was looking on her website, trying to figure out. I knew it was either wildflowers or pressed flowers, and I was kind of looking. I think this is the pressed flower colorway. So again, your straight up vanilla sock. That's just the eye partridge heel, just the heel flap and gusset, and then I did probably like about 1.5 inches, 2x2 rib, and then just the Kitchener toe. So I did this one a little shorter because I think the Lichen and Lace have 380 meters. Oh, totally went out of focus. 365 yards or meters. 365 yards for 100 grams. So, which would be fine if it was for a pair of socks for me, because I have like really small feet. I take like size 5.5. But my sister-in-law is a size 8, so I had to make it longer. And I'm worried that if I make it too long here, that I'll get to the second sock and I'll run out at about here. So I just made them a little shorter. I don't think that's too short though. That's fine. I like mine like a little bit longer, but like maybe that much longer. It's not that big a deal. So that's one Christmas knit half done. So I'll cast on the other one probably this weekend and get started on it. And that's it for finished objects. What do I have? I have done nothing on the Tegna sweater. I'm at the point where I have to relook at the wrap and turn, like how to do the wrap and turn. And I think I was just like this week, I was like, I don't have the mental capacity for that. But I think I'll try to get past that point this weekend and then just move on. Which, the other thing I'm working on, and I have to show you this bag. This bag is by Chestnut Fibers. Ta-da! Look at this. It is so beautiful. I love like this thing here. And it's got like the little names of, you know, the shops and stuff like that. And the little trees and everything. And people biking. I love this. So Chestnut Fibers is on Etsy. So that is my new project bag. I was on vacation. I was on vacation. And she actually lives in my neighborhood, or close enough that I could have met up with her and done the swap, but I was out at Head of Jador, which I had trouble saying last week. So I just had her mail them so they'd be there when I got home, and they were. It was so exciting. I get 2 bags. And the other one, this one's really cool. This one's snaps, and ta-da, look at that. They're so pretty. Like, oh, the colors are just so lovely. So yeah, I definitely recommend. She's got so many beautiful bags. Definitely check her out. So, and it's got like the little matching cozy stitch markers. DPN cozy. Thank you, Eller. I was totally blanking. Or like, you could just use that for a little. Keep your little stuff in. the inside looks like. So I love these. So my point with, I had cast on another Phoebe scarf, but I was doing like a really modified version because I still had like a lot of little odds and ends left over. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just cast on and I'll do like the modified one, and that should use them up, but it hasn't. I still have like a lot left over. But I thought this would make a really good Christmas gift. So I tried to do it kind of in more manly colors, and I did it more narrow than, she has a modified, not modified, but you can do like a smaller version of it. And I went down a little smaller still, and I kept the colors. I thought I'd do them a little more like masculine, if you want to say. I mean, geez, anybody could wear it, but I tried to keep kind of the main colors something that, you know, guys would wear. So I think I might get this as a gift. I'm not sure to who, like another Christmas gift. Please, everybody in the family is going to be getting a Phoebe scarf of one kind or another. So I just have, I'm going to put, I have to finish this red stripe, and then I'm not doing, like for hers, you get kind of to the, you do like 3 colored stripes, and then you do the striping back and forth between this main color and then what's going to be the main color for the second half. But I didn't do that. I just did straight up, just straight up striping with one main color in between each of the stripes. So I have one more red stripe, and then what I'm going to do is put one more green stripe in, like I have down here, and then I will kind of knit up the end. And I think that'll make it long enough, especially after blocking. I'm not sure who to give it to yet. I don't know. Somebody's going to get it. But yeah, I don't know who. I was thinking my dad, but I'll have to check with Mom because I don't even know if my dad wears scarves. And I just made my husband a scarf, which I finished last episode for Christmas last year. So I don't really know if this is something he would wear. I don't know. He likes like boring colors. Sorry, honey. So that and the Tanya are my only works in progress. So here's the thing. I have a serious case of cast-onitis. So I'm going to try to show something here, and I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, so I may have to put in a little clip, but let's just see. Let's go on a little tour. So as you can see, I hope nobody gets motion sickness. All of these here, so this is a sweater that I'm about to cast on. One of these, I think this one here is the Tanya sweater. Then the next one to it is the Weekender. And then the next one to that are the next batch there and this aren't cast on. This one here is about to get cast on probably this weekend. So here's the thing. So here's what I did. Oops. There. This morning I went through all of my sweater quantity of yarn, and I put them in their bag, and then I labeled them either what project they were specifically for, or if I didn't have a project assigned to them, what the yarn was. And then I put like a little sachet of lavender in each bag so they'll be all nice smelling. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 sweater quantities. So of those sweater quantities, I have 2 Andrea Mowry ones, the Weekender, which I was going to swatch for earlier in the week, and I went to do it, and I realized I don't have a US 9 circular needle. Like, here's my needles, and this is like, I've got, do I have it here? No. My Look needles, I have the interchangeable set, which goes up to size US 8. My Jagu interchangeables goes up to, I think, US 6? No, US 8. So, like, everything kept going up to, and then this is where I organized all of my other needles. So, I've got, so I thought, surely I've got one in there. So, I went to the 5 US, this is what I've got. This is the only needle that's in there. And again, it's a US 8. So apparently I don't knit with US, US 7s. So, and in the pattern for gauge, it says to knit it with the largest size, which would be the US 9. So I have the US 8 and the US 7. So it's in this one. So I have, I really wanted to cast this on because I was just like, oh, it's, you know, it's worsted weight. I can, it'll be a quicker knit. So, yeah, US 9 is the largest, then US 8 and US 7. And the US 9 is the one for the main fabric. So, this is the, I'm doing it in Quince & Co. in their Lark base. I can flip it around. Yes. It's in their Lark base. And look, it's got dog hair on it already. Seriously. Extra insulation. So, I've got the sweater's quantity of this. I got it ready to go, and I don't have the needle. So, I'm kind of tempted. It's my little lavender sachet poked with holes. I'm kind of tempted to just try going down like to the 8 and do like 8, 7, 6. So I might try it on. I might try the gauge with the 8 and just see if that works, because it's worth a shot. And if it doesn't work, then when I go back to work on Tuesday, I'll just pop down to the loop and get the US 9, which I probably should have in my stash anyway, because clearly I needed it. So, but the other one that I did gauge swatch for was I gauge swatched for Gramps Revive by Isabel Kramer. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. It looks so incredibly comfy, and I need it. So I did the gauge swatch, and I ended up having to go down one needle size. Why did I take my glasses off? So I went down, the suggested needle size is 3.5, and I went down to 3.25. And then for the hem and the cuffs and all that, I'll go down to 3. So, oh my God, I love this. So here's, and again, because I'm madly in love with this yarn, and I think it's going to have the perfect drape, the same thing I made the Phoebe sweaters with. So here is how we're going to do it. This, actually, take this one. So this, which is, it's like a greenish color, but I don't even know what shade of green you would really call this. It's getting way blown out there. Let's see if I can. That almost looks blue there, but it's green. It's green, trust me. But it's almost like a forest green, maybe. So that is going to be the main part. And then for the stripe here, I'm just going to use a light gray. And then for the bottom part, I'm going to use the eggplant. So it'll be like this. So I cannot wait to cast this on. And it was a splurge. It was a big splurge for the yarn because these are like 50 grams. And I think I bought an extra in the green and an extra in the purple just in case. I don't think I'll need it, but I'm sure that I will always find a use for it. So that's probably going to get cast on this weekend. But the pile of bags here, the sweaters that I have designated is, I have the Rachel sweater from Jose Paquin to do, The Weekender by Andrea Mowry. I have the Comfort Bake Cardi by Andrea Mowry. I've got the Daydream by Heidi Kiermaier. I've got, what was that one? Oh, that was The Weekender. And the JC Cardigan by Isabel Kramer. So, so here's the thing. I went and I met with the surgeon yesterday about my shoulder. So if you haven't seen the previous episodes, if this is your first time, I tore my supraspinatus tendon, which is part of your rotator cuff, on Canada Day getting out of a kayak. It was the whole thing. Anyway, so I had to go get an MRI, and then I met with the surgeon yesterday, and I am going to need surgery. So they booked it for November 7th, and it may get bumped up earlier if they have a spot come available because he doesn't want to wait too long to do it. But they're going to do it, what do they call it? Totally just blanked. Not laparoscopically, arthroscopically, I guess they call it. So they're basically going to put 3 slits here, and then they're going to go in, and it's a full tear, so they're going to do whatever they do to sew it up and stitch it back to the bone or whatever. So that gives me until November 7th to get all of my Christmas knitting done, because after that, I'm going to be in a sling for at least 3 weeks. The good thing about it being arthroscopically done is that hopefully, if all goes well, the healing time is much better than if they had to like completely open up the shoulder and go in and do all this other stuff. So it's usually, I think the healing time following surgery is about 18 weeks if everything goes as it should. So the one good thing is he was really surprised how much mobility I had in my arm based on the tear that I have. He looked at the MRI and he said, yeah, he said, you really tore this up good. I was like, thank you. I said, well, you know, I don't half-ass things. So anyway, needless to say, I'm going to be in a sling for probably right up until mid-December, early December, mid-December. And then even then, my range of motion, what I can do, is going to be pretty limited. So I have to get all of my Christmas knitting done before then. And I have a fair amount to do. So I've got September, basically September and October, and then the first week of November, provided the surgery doesn't get jumped up. So I really shouldn't be casting on a sweater. But I'm gonna. So speaking of sweaters, it's starting to get warm in here. So yeah, that's, I really shouldn't be casting that sweater on, but I'm going to. I'm going to. Whatever. And that's really, I think that's everything for knitting. Now that's not everything for knitting because there's something else I'm going to cast on as well. And, oops, I'm falling apart here. Wait a second. I want to cast on it's an Andrea Mowry kind of day, the Bird of a Feather. So I was looking at that, and I was kind of, Tracy on Grocery Girls, yeah, Tracy on Grocery Girls was showing hers on the last episode. It was the last episode. And it was beautiful. And I don't have, excuse me, I have the hiccups now. I don't have a burning desire to knit with mohair. But I love the look of this, this thing. Shawl. Oh my god, my brain's crapping out on me. It's too early in the day. So I did not have any mohair. So I had to order some. I ordered some online from Crooked Kitchen Yarn. So from Crooked Kitchen Yarn, it's Kid Mohair Silk. The colorway is Silky. So there's 465 yards per 500 grams, and it's 70% kid mohair, superfine, and 30% mulberry silk. This is the colorway. It's beautiful. It looks almost blue here, but it's kind of dark grays. But there does seem to be, when you hold it up to the light, like these blue undertones. But when I look at it, it's mostly gray. So I went through my stash, and I was trying to find something to match with the mohair, thinking, oh, no problem, I've got it. So I have two options. And it calls for, I think, a singles yarn, oops, which I don't have in a color that would work. So my options are this one here, oops, which is kind of like a light gray to go with kind of the darker gray. Or the other option is the Lichen and Lace blue in their calm waters. I'm so uncoordinated today. I Actually, I'll take this out of the thing so you can get a better look at the color. So I almost think maybe this one would work better, but the yarn is an 80-20, so it's a little thicker. And this one, actually this one might be, no, this is a 75-25. And it's alpaca. This is the Juniper Moon Baby Alpaca blend with nylon. So it's in their Harriet Fine one. So, and I get 461 yards, and then Like and Lace is 365, which I think is fine because I think it calls for yarn 1. No, I might have to go with gray because I don't know if I'll have enough in the other one, and I don't want to get halfway through. But you know what? I kind of, now that I see this, and this is a bit thinner, I'm really kind of rambly here. You know what? I think I like that because I think this will add kind of like a nice light contrast to the darker gray. That's what I'm going to do. I'd almost made up my mind in the calm waters, but you know what? No, I'm going to do it that way. All right. Decision made. All right. So that is that's the other, and that's going to get cast on. Who am I kidding? Like, really, I'm going to cast it on. At least these ones are already wound. I forget what I was using these for, and then I think it was the Hohi Locatelli. Was it the Turning Point? Is that what it's called? The one that there was the mystery cow for about a year ago, maybe, and then I didn't get very far in it, so I frogged it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I think that's it. I really shouldn't cast that on, but whatever. So my arm was feeling pretty good last weekend. So I decided to try to do some dyeing because I'm going to have to get it all done for the November 7th. So, which reminds me, in the shop right now until Labor Day is 20% off. And I'm going to be doing a shop update next weekend. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to have like fall colorways, maybe a couple Halloweens, and the Christmas colorways. And I'm probably going to try to get those in the shop as soon as possible so that if they do jump up my surgery date, I've got all the holidays covered, basically. Try to take a day this weekend since it's a long weekend and do up some more dyes. Yeah, and then I think that's everything. One thing, so I'm sure most of you have seen the Japanese Stitch Bible, and I have a copy of it, and I gave a copy away as a prize. Here's the problem I have with it, is that I have real difficulty reading patterns because my brain is just too dyslexic and it's a mess. So I found this book, which is the Japanese Stitches Unraveled, And there's 160 patterns in here. It shows you how to knit the patterns from the top down, the bottom up, back and forth, and in the round. So you get, you can kind of see where it's got like, this is, I think this is from the top. It's far away, I can't see. So, but that kind of gives you an idea of like how it looks. And then you also get, you know, the charts for those of you who can read it. I suck at reading charts, I really do. But it's got all of these like beautiful stitches in it. So I got this a little while ago because I've been playing around with the idea of trying my hand at designing. I don't know how that's going to go. It could be a complete disaster. But I also, a little while ago, I got the Vogue knitting guide. So that also kind of gives you some instruction on, well, it gives you instruction on pretty much doing anything. But it shows like designing hats, types of hats, triangular shawls, all of that good stuff. To kind of help me, I think, sort of wrap my head around how they're constructed, the different things I can do, blah, 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 blah. And then this will kind of give me some interesting little stitch patterns that I can maybe kind of put into it. And I have these two of these books as well that also give you like not just the this is for kind of the Japanese stitches, but there's other ones, different patterns, and there's 2 different books with, you know, different patterns in them. And it just shows you how to do it like up and down and in the round and all of that stuff, which kind of for my dyslexic brain is very helpful. So, you know, I was thinking, you know, when I'm laid up and I can't actually knit, and that is the thing that is going to like freak me out the most. I'm not going to be able to knit probably for a month. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm going to binge on Netflix, clearly. But at some point, there's only so much Netflix you can watch in a condensed period of time. So, I don't know. That idea, I think, is the part that wakes me out the most. So I thought what I would do, maybe, is if I could kind of start flipping through these books and flagging some ideas. I'm not actually going to be able to write any of the ideas down because I'm right-handed and this arm's going to be out of commission. So I may have to get a voice recorder. Anyway. So that's about it. I think we've pretty much covered everything. Life stuff, we've got a long weekend. We don't really have anything planned. We were kind of hoping maybe to get up to Summer House, but my father-in-law came back, so he's down there, and I think he's having a guest down next week, so we won't get there the weekend after that. I have asked my husband to mention to him that we would like the first week of October, which is our anniversary week, and the place is surrounded by trees, so it is going to be so pretty down there in October. But just to for us to have it that week for our anniversary, since we're not going away. And I think that might be the first, I don't know, maybe we'll get a weekend in September, but it's not looking good right now. So, yeah, so that's, I don't think we really have much on the go. I'm actually going to, when I finish this, pack up my computer and head down to Second Cup and get myself a pumpkin spice latte, because here's the thing. Last year, I was so pumpkin spiced out by the time pumpkin spice rolled around. It was like everything was pumpkin spice. You know, pumpkin spice soap, pumpkin spice this, pumpkin spice flavored whatever. Everything was like pumpkin spice lip balm. There was probably pumpkin spice toilet paper. I don't know. Which, gross. That's gross. That would be gross. Anyway, because really, are you smelling your toilet paper? I hope not. Anyway, point being that by the time the pumpkin spice stuff came out last year, I was so sick of everything pumpkin spice. I did not have a single pumpkin spice latte last year. And now, for some reason, I am seriously craving one. So I'm going to pop on down to the coffee shop, probably start editing this, and have myself a pumpkin spice latte and a Mrs. P's oatcake, because that's a healthy lunch. So that, I think, is everything. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for showing up and spending some time here in my little mad world. And to the new viewers and subscribers, thank you very much. For the returning ones, you guys are awesome. Thank you for continually coming back despite my madness. And don't forget to hit the like button. That really helps us get the word out and grow the community. And until then, next time, 2 weeks, I shall see you again, hopefully. And until then, happy knitting. See you later.